Okay.
Okay. So today in this lesson, I am going to, did you get my lab assistant in the footage? Alright. Today in this lab segment, I am going to instruct you on how to light a Bunsen burner and to show you what the Bunsen burner can do. So the first thing that you need to do when before lighting a Bunsen burner is to inspect the lines. If you look closely at this line, there's a lot of dryness, brittle cracking. That will allow the gas to go right through. So the gas coming to the jet is natural gas. It's also known as methane. If you have a house in town and you have a gas furnace, it's probably burning methane. The bottom part of the Bunsen burner allows airflow to come in, and that's adjustable. There are times that we need different types of flames, and I will show you how that affects it. This controls the gas. You have to be very, very careful to make sure that this is screwed in all of the way, because it can get quite loose, and sometimes the fire will ignite down there and you will have some flames, and that can be dangerous. So you have to make sure that this is screwed in past, there's a little O-ring, a seal there, it's black, so you have to make sure that it's screwed in past there. Another thing with this is if it seems that there is no gas coming through, it could be that somebody had completely closed off the gas. So you have to make sure that there is open access for the gas to come through. So this is a striker, and it is used to light the flame. We can also use matches or a lighter. So when we're about to start, I usually adjust the airflow so it's not all the way open, but it's not all the way closed. So about halfway. And I'll show you what can happen if it's all the way open. What you see is that it's getting too much airflow, and it's actually blowing the flame right out. Okay. Now, if you're having a hard time lighting the Bunsen burner, you don't want to allow gas to continue going into the air over and over again, or for a long period of time. So if it's been a while and you can't get it lit, you should shut it off and allow that gas to dissipate in the air as much as possible. You can shine it on my face from time to time. Good. Okay. So I am going to adjust this so that the air, I call it an airport, but it's not like a, not that kind of airport, but it controls the air. I'm going to put it about halfway, and I strike. Again, I'm striking right over the top of it, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the flame in the footage or not, but I will just open up. Actually, I'm going to close first. I'm going to close the air. You can see that the flame dies down a little bit. If I completely cover the air, there is not a lot of air getting to support the combustion of this natural gas, and the flame quality this is not a desirable quality flame. This will result in a lot of soot building up on any glassware that you might be trying to heat. So if I open it up too much, you'll get a flame that you can actually hear. Yep, I can hear it. I hope you can hear it too. This is a very hot and vigorous flame. It almost went out. The part of the flame extends to about here. I'm not sure if it can be seen or not. The part of the flame that's the hottest is there's a spot right in here. It's a little cone within a cone. When you light a burner, you'll be able to see it if it's not being picked up on this footage. So that is the hottest part, and this is about the hottest flame that we're going to get in here. A lot of times we want a more gentle burning flame, and you can shut the airflow down a little bit. If you want it even more gentle, you can control the amount of gas getting to the flame, and that can be done right here on the burner itself, or it can be done from here. And it does not really matter where you decide to control that. I think you may have a little more control here. And one thing to note about the Bunsen burners is that the base always stays cold. Maybe not cold, but it doesn't get hot. And if you are in a situation where you need to direct the heat for any reason, you can hold it and direct the heat in any way that you may need to. And there are lots of different reasons that may need to happen as you come across this. I'm trying to think if there's any other things about the Bunsen burner that I should, I say a lot, because I'm thinking on the spot, and I just made a poem. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. The burners produce a flame that is very hard to see from certain angles. And one of the most common mistakes that students make is they'll reach around or reach over the top. And I've never had anyone get burned, but I've been nervous quite a few times where I've had to stop students and make them aware of their surroundings. So that is one of the dangers with the Bunsen burners. You never want to leave a Bunsen burner unattended. You never want to leave a Bunsen burner unattended. That would be unsafe, so there should always be somebody near your Bunsen burner. With the burner being able to move, there are some times that you may have apparatus set up that you need to heat up. Oftentimes, if there's a lot on the ring stand, it is easier to move the flame to where you need it to be rather than to move the apparatus itself. And also, if you need to discontinue heating for a bit, you can just pull the burner away from that apparatus. So that concludes my summary and how the Bunsen burner works and how to light it. When we're finished, we need to shut the gas all the way off, and it is all the way off if it is at 90 degrees to the nozzle. Gas is coming through. It's also off there at 90 degrees. So it doesn't matter if it's at 90 degrees this way or 90 degrees that way. I did have that gas on for a moment and I could detect a smell. Natural gas itself is odorless, but a smell has been added so we can tell if there is gas leaking. If you are smelling that smell and it seems to be coming from somewhere, you need to let me know so that we can investigate to see if there's any leaks. That's how we discovered the cracks in this hose, because some students were trying to light the burner and it would light from time to time and sometimes it wouldn't. It just wasn't working properly and the gas was actually seeping out of here. So that concludes my installment on how to use a Bunsen burner and what the Bunsen burner can do. Thanks for watching.